in my mind. Like, anxiety feels like when you're falling asleep and you're like almost asleep, and then it feels like you're falling and you get like that heart racing feeling. That's like what anxiety is like. And then depression is just like being in a black room, not being able to see or hear anything.
Living with anxiety and depression to me is like standing on the ledge of a skyscraper. When you're up there, everything's fine. You can see everything clearly. But if a little gust of wind comes around, it's very easy to get pushed over the edge. And it's a long fall down and an even longer climb back up.
Anxiety is hereditary for me, so I grew up always having anxiety. It just got worse over the years as I got more responsibility and as I grew up. And I don't really have depression anymore. It was like at its peak when I was in high school. I kind of discovered it probably like sophomore year of high school. I just felt very alone, and even though everything was kind of okay in my life, I still felt like super sad all the time.
The first time I realized that I had depression, once I got to high school, I started experiencing it much more as I developed anxiety, because it seemed like I would start off with anxiety and it would kind of transition into depression through isolating myself from friends and family because I didn't know what was going on with me, so I figured there was something wrong and I didn't want anyone to find out about it.
When I first started getting really bad, I didn't really deal with them in a healthy way. And I think now I'm pretty proud of myself on how I cope with things. And for example, like I'll take a second, sit down and breathe and tell myself this too shall pass, and get my breaths together until I feel okay, or take a hot shower instead of like harming myself or doing things that are dangerous to my body.
At first I really didn't know how to deal with the issues that I was having, but once I was in high school I found creative writing. Like I would always go to this one spot on this like iron bridge that had ivy growing all in the I-beams and everything, and I would write poems and films and just anything just to get my mind off of it. And it was really where I kind of like found balance in my life and just distracted me from everything else that was going inside my mind.
When you're going through serious stuff such as anxiety and depression, the main thing that you feel is alone. So I think everyone that is experiencing that, they need to know that they're not alone. There's so many people in this world that deal with it every day, and as much as it sucks, there's always going to be someone on the other side holding your hand, going through the same thing, breathing, telling themselves that they'll get through it.
One of the hardest things about living with mental illness, I think, is it started becoming really hard for me going out and socializing with people. I almost felt lonelier with a group of people rather than when I am by myself. And I think one thing that people should know who are dealing with this issue is that you're not alone, and you can always seek help from professionals. And even if you don't want to take that step, there's always someone in your life who would be willing to help you out, whether it's a parent, a sibling, or a close friend. So, yeah.